Hello. Anyway, it's good afternoon. Jesus, didn't realise it was that time. 2:05. Anyway, so the new to Airfix Buccaneer S2B, the RAF version, not the Navy version. So I decided to do a Desert Storm one, and now I got to the stage where I'm doing some weathering, and this weathering consists of all sorts of ways of doing things. So first of all, I've used let's put a lid on it before I knock it over. So I use this is Tamiya Polar Wash, using the black to do all the lines, and then I've used Tamiya's weathering powders B and D for the soot and the oil stain, and then I've used a black pencil, which is kind of like a wax pencil, because you can see it marks on your skin, which is what you want for this kind of thing, which is what that stuff is going to wax. And then two eyeliner pens. They're basically two different tips. There you go. So one's a bit thinner than the other, and this one's slightly a bit more runny, probably because it's been left for so long. So basically what it was I was toying with the idea of doing the Desert Storm buck. Never really sort of built myself up to do one, just simply because they are what they are. They're just one colour. There's no stencils. It's not necessarily a buck. I was toying with the idea of doing a jag, but at the end of the day, they were a bit plain Jane. But what I decided on the buck is the fact that these things were shit beasts, crap everywhere. And I've seen some photos of some of them. I've got a couple of books here, but it looks like the ones in the books have been cleaned up for the photographs. But it was to do with their nose art. But there is one or two pictures of the nose arts in some of them books, and my God, they are filthy. So what I decided was, I thought, right, I'll go with a buck. So shout out to Model Works for the buck. Although I bought it, I don't get anything for nothing there. It's a fucking fly, bastard thing. So basically what it is Model Works, in association with Clyde's Modelling Channel. If you like and subscribe, and you do it on my Facebook page as well, and then PM me that you've done it, and I can see you've done it, I'll give you a code, and you can shop in our shop, and you can get 10% off of everything. And if you pop down on a Saturday and you come and see me, which a few of you have now, then I'll sort you out. Whatever you want to buy, come and buy it, and and I'll sort you out. So that's a nice start to the vid anyway. So here it is, and like I say, this is what I've done so far. So I've had a go at doing all this crap round here and round here. Now I did notice on some of them there was some to do with these panels here. Now they didn't have the no walkway marks on the desert ones. They're just kind of like left to their own devices because they were all sprayed over. So if anybody did anything, it was just walked upon and everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a bit of weathering. So right, start off. So I use a bit of tape and a pair of tweezers. Where are we? Let's have a look. So basically we're going to go on this here. So that gives you a bit of a straight edge there, right? I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. I'm going to mark up on the back of there as well, because I'm going to do a bit of this one to be next. shit. Just stabbed them bloody tweezers in my hand again. Oh, man. Bastard. No blood drop. Right. So what we do, so this panel here is, from what I've seen, is a little bit mucky, but he's not too bad. So we don't want to overdo him, as in overkill the thing. Oh, that's that. And then what you do is you bring that down, just so it lines up with there, really. Oh, well, I'm not quite in the picture here. Needs to be a bit more centralised. Then what we do is we get one that goes across. I've got to make the most of this if I'm off camping next week for a week. So, yeah. And I'm hoping I don't miss the opening of our new store as well. If not, if I am, then I probably won't, because I've already said to Mrs. I have to travel across. So I'll only be in Bodiam anyway. Right, so we'll go with a bit of oil stain. So as you can see, oh, no. Move him out a bit. So a bit of oil stain on there. And then what we do is we can go around the latches like that, round that latch like that. And then go across like this. Right. And then what I do is I get a tissue and I just buff it off. And then what that does is that gives you a bit of the look that you're looking for your basic, right? Then should I do this one or should I do that one? Can't remember which I was using a minute ago, but never mind, we'll do this one. And then what we do then is you get it on your latches. Across, I've got my binoculars on, so you get on the latch there, right? And then you can just do it with your finger. Because it's only makeup, it'll come off. Pardon me. Right. Then you can put some other marks. Like that. I've scuffed and pushed the lids about. Then that's about it. You can give that a quick polish off. Right, and then when I take the mask on, you get stuck up. Now this one I need to do the other side. And you get it and it looks like that, you see. Right? Now, with this other one, this is a bit shit. Let's get it there. Where's it going there? As you can hear, old aircraft are landing over the back today. I'm just going to get ski whiffed. Right, so that one goes like that. Right, we'll go like that. And I can't remember whether I did have a long one, did I? Yeah, I did. And this one goes along here. Right, put that one in the bin before we get right messed up with it all. Right, and then what we do here is, again, some soot. So you can just brush it along here. Oh, I'm going off picture again. Brush it along there. Right. And then you've got this one. So use a little bit of black. And then the other one, this is, well, it's rust, but it looks a bit browny, so you can see, where the boots and that go on, and you can put that back in there, and then give this one a quick wallop over, and that's like that. And then we can put a bit of black in that little air vent there. And that secures that. And then again, down there. So it gives that effect, looking like that. Put the lip, where are they? Here they are. And then take all this off. Oops. You see what I'm balancing on now, can't you? Oh dear. And there you go. So you got two panels there, although one of them there is a bit, where are we? It's a bit, get rid of that line a bit there. There you go. And then it looks a bit more dirtier still. And then what you can do then is you can just, scrape the line down like that. And then that way it gives you, and then on the other end, again. And there you go. And there's your dirty panels. Makes it look a bit more realistic as such. So there you go. That's that bit of weathering. So the other thing was with the nose, basically the whole thing was sprayed this colour, and then what I did was I put a bit of tape around there, and then I just enlightened on patches all over it, to do with the weathering, the basics. So as a matter of fact, what it did look like, I can show you, is if I can get hold of one, is it looked like this. So this hasn't been done yet. So this was your basic weathering, and you can see like some blotching going on. Same with the underside. This was the points where the weapons pylon fits on. So yeah, so we had all of that, and then like with this here. So, God, I've got to remember how to do it now. It was with one of those black eyeliners. So basically what it is, we've got these wind vortex vanes, and what happens is they put lines that curl round. So basically, if you go like that, it curls round like that. So that's just giving you a rough idea. The good thing about a pencil is you can rub it off, so it's gone, which is a good thing, because obviously I didn't want to. But once you get a few of them on the go, so like when you get like that, you can see how it's starting to sort of look. But obviously, me being me, won't leave it like that. But it's a quick demonstration of how to do it. But yeah, but there's the wing. So you've got some light blotchiness on that. Same with the underside. Only the underside on this has been panel lined. Got some panel wash in it. I think it was the same for the other one as well. Can't remember. The other one's over here. So yeah. Oh no, the other one hasn't. But the other one's got a wing pylon on where the side winder goes. So yeah. And the aerial, the big VHF here, or wherever it is, that's on the wing, the needle. So yeah, so that's how to do. And then basically what you do is use the same technique for this and then this. But the other thing as well is with the panel liner, not only do you put it in, but you can also make smudge marks with it as well. Christ, got a hiccup there. So basically, where it's like round on the front here, let's see if I can get in again. So what you would do is we would touch the line and the rivet. I tend to wipe the brush off as much as I can. And you just get a cotton bud. Kind of not working so well, probably because I've got all this wax stuff on there now, but yeah, it's just blobbing up. Where's the get a new cotton bud. Get the idea, but I've done all of this with that stuff beforehand. I'll tell you where I can do it. Is there. So get rid of most of that on that brush, and then where you can do it is here, around here. What's going on? Must admit, this refueling broom was a bit of rubbish. I got a new one. I got a metal one. Is it Merit? I don't know. I can't remember the name now. But I got a proper one somewhere. So you get the gist. It's like that on the It's just raining again. So you can get it off the nose cone. My son and heir's out there somewhere. I don't know where he is, but he's outside and there's loads of rain coming down. So that's what happens, is that. So you get that kind of effect around here, and it just makes for a it looks better than what it would. So yeah, there you go. And then when you paint the other stuff, because you masked the nose up, and then what I did as well was I got some oil stain and I just smeared it all over the nose and then polished it off like that, and then you get the effects of the nose not only being shiny and weathered, but looking a bit different coloured and dulled down from the rest of it, because the nose is the tip of the bullet, as they say. So it's going to hit all the crap first, and then the rest of it's going to go back down the fuselage. So yeah. But anyway, so there we are. So now you know how to do this kind of thing. Just showing you on those two bits there. And if you didn't like what you did and you wanted to change it, the good thing about it is you only need a tiny bit of terps on a bit of rag like that, and then you can just wash it straight off, and that's it. That's the end of it. End of story. Now the last thing I'm going to do is these pens. So these are the AK pens. Yeah, and I've got them now. This one, I'm going to use this one. And basically, I noticed on a picture I've got that these two things up ahead here are supposed to be metal coloured. And there we are. Oops, get a bit out of sequence again. And there you are. And then there's this little strip there. There's got to be metal, and then leading edge of the wings, but I've got to tape all of that up, so I won't do that right now. I'll leave that for a minute, and then I'll come back to that. But yeah, there we are. Weathering powders D&B, so you want the oil and the soot. Also you can use the jet streak there. So I airbrushed some very thin down black up, and then you use the soot and the oil stain to do the rest, which is all you need. Then you got to say wax crayon pencil, AK paints, and then the old girl's eyeliner, which she kindly throws away. And yeah, you can use it for doing all sorts of things. I've used them for streaking, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I showed in the video. What was it? The Tornado, the 32 artillery job. And I showed you how I did the streaks, and also on the Academy 32 F18C. Where I showed you how to do some streaking there as well. So yeah, all good. Pardon me. All good, all good. Now, just one other thing. I got this through the post this morning. A mini one, look, 100 scale. It's tiny, cute little thing. And I thought, yeah, that'll go well, and I shall put that in my van and have it sat on a dash. But this one, well, this one's not. This one's going to go to the show, hopefully in September. So I've got a few weeks to get her done, along with some of the others, and Tony's Tornado. So yeah. Now, that's it. I'm not going to go into anything else, because otherwise it starts getting a bit confusing. So here's your weathering video on how to do bits and bobs and certain bits of weathering, and that's all on said Airfix Buccaneer S2B for the Gulf War. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.